before I forget, I want you guys to know. Some of you know that I did this, and some of you maybe don't, and that's why I brought a lot. 7 or 8 months ago, a parent came up to me and said, I just want to thank you for sharing your faith and sharing, doing what you can to try to be a good influence on my daughter. She said, I was in that panel, and like, when you talk to them, they pay such close attention to what you say. And this parent said, you could read the phone book. And they would listen.
You could.
And I thought for a minute, okay, phone book now. But I thought, what would be something that I could share that would actually have some kind of a positive impact? Well, my faith is very important to me. And so I thought, you know what? Why don't I record a book of the Bible? Why don't I pick a really good book of the Bible? One that, let's say, kind of incorporates a lot of wonderful concepts. And you know what? I started thinking about it, and I thought, I'll use a version of the Bible that's very contemporary in its translation. Not some flowery, King James, that so many people are just kind of like, I don't get it. It just kind of goes over their head. It's not the way we talk, and it's really hard for it to penetrate because it doesn't sound like the way we talk. So then I thought, I'll do that. So I started this very ambitious project of recording the Gospel of John. I didn't realize there are 21 chapters in that book. And they're not necessarily short chapters either. And, the months would go by, and whenever I had a free moment, I would go and record another chapter in my house. And then I finished, and I was like, okay, what can I do to make this even easier to listen to? And so I went back to the beginning, and I played the piano underneath the whole thing.
Wow.
To help reinforce the emotion or the mood of the moment, of the chapter, or whatever's going on. And just so you'll know, I also, whenever there was an opportunity to do fun little character voices, like the Pharisees or some of the disciples, I would give them funny little voices. Well, not that funny, but he wasn't like that guy. But just give it some personality. And it ended up being very much like an audiobook. And people like audiobooks. I know my mom listens to audiobooks every day when she drives to work, and I know Michelle listens to audiobooks, and I listen to them. So I thought, I want to make it easy to listen to. So I did that. And then I had several people, friends of mine from Houston, who really thought this was a neat idea to donate. Because you can imagine it would cost a lot of money to have lots of CDs made. Unfortunately, CD companies don't do that for free anymore. They never did. And so I had many friends of mine donate, and they donated for one reason, and that was so that I could give them away at conventions for free. So I have them. The Gospel of John doesn't even fit on one disc. There are 2 CDs in here, and I have a lot of them in this box, and I want you guys to have them.
Thank you.
So if you'd like one after this time we have together, I want you to come up and get one, all right? And the only cost is you have to listen to it. That's all I ask. A lot of people, when they see something free, like a flyer, they're like, right? Because when something's handed to you for free, usually it doesn't, you don't really think much about it. These are free, but they are by no means disposable. They're of great value. And this is also the kind of thing where feel free to give it to your friends. Unlike a lot of music CDs, feel free to make copies of it. And give it to your friends. Also, if I run out of these, They're on the Risible Rangers website. We uploaded them, and they're there for download on the website, right on the front page. It says Gospel of John, so you can get them there, or download them, or tell somebody about them if we run out of CDs. So I wanted to make sure and let you know that I had that, and I'd love for you guys to have them. I want to read something to you. Out of the book of Romans. Oh, Romans is a really good book. I like the author. Let me read a section. And this is, by the way, this is a translation called The Message. And it's just really cool because it sounds like the way we talk. And I really love that because so many people feel so distanced. A lot of us, and I know if I've said something that sounds familiar from last year, bear with me because these things are important and they're true, and I may repeat myself, so forgive me if I do. But there are so many people, and a lot of you are, I'm sure you're going to agree, there are a lot of people who have a lot of negative impressions and a lot of negative experiences with church and religion, and people that probably, made fun of you for wearing funny clothes, or for wearing black, or for liking anime, or for those things. And I just want you to know something this morning. God, who made you and them, is absolutely crazy about you. He doesn't give a flying flip whether you wear black or not. He's interested in a relationship with you. If you hear nothing else that I share with you today, I want you to walk out of here with a smile in your heart, knowing that God loves you a lot. As much as he loves me, as much as he loves the pastor in the church that made fun of you, as much as he loves the teacher that put you down for liking a certain thing, or whatever, he's nuts about you. So be comforted by that, okay? And let me read this. Man, my eyesight is going.
What's your mind?
Shh, don't say that. No, I'm going to struggle through it. I'm going to read something good. That's not in there. Here we go. I'm reading from Romans 14, starting with verse 19. Listen to this. This is so awesome. So let's agree to use all our energy in getting along with each other, helping others with encouraging words. Don't drag them down by finding fault. You're certainly not going to permit an argument over what is served or not served at supper to wreck God's work among you, are you? I said it before and I'll say it again. All food is good, but it can turn bad if you use it badly. If you use it to trip others up and send them sprawling. Cultivate your own relationship with God, but don't impose it on others. You're fortunate if your behavior and your belief are coherent. But if you're not sure, if you notice that you're acting in ways inconsistent with what you believe, some days trying to impose your opinion on others, other days just trying to please them, then you know that you're out of line. If the way that you live isn't consistent with what you believe, then it's wrong. I want us to focus on, like I said, the concept of allowing what we do to emanate from what's inside of us, as opposed to just an outward kind of an appearance. You know what I mean? Leave it. Mom's got to catch a plane. Aww. Love you. Bye. Thanks for the whole pregnancy thing. Thanks for being pregnant. All of that. Thanks for covering my school tuition too. Like I say, what I hear when I read that, there's another book, the book of James in the New Testament. And there's an entire chapter on the concept of doing good deeds and, doing good things and how they relate to you as a person, as being a good person. And it's completely different things.